Hey guys, this is Shah. Last night I watched a web series on Netflix called Decoupled by Madhavan and Surveen Chawla. I have to say, in recent time, I haven't watched a funnier or I haven't watched a funnier web series than this. This is probably the funniest thing I've seen on Netflix for a long time. I'm in the Netflix India. When I watched I opened the app on Netflix on my TV, and I saw the recommendation of Decoupled. So I was just very skeptical of watching the show, because in the last few months I've watched some Netflix shows. They were kind of average or kind of like a waste of time. So I was very skeptical. So next day I got a text from my brother, and he said, "You have to watch this show. You have to watch this show. This is probably the funniest thing I've seen in a long time." So I was like, "Okay, let's watch it." So me and my brother was watching in his room the show. So as I said, I was very skeptical, but this is probably in a long time. If you're a fan of Seinfeld or Curve or Larry David or even Dr. House, this is this is the perfect show, perfect for the Indian audience. If you're a fan of Seinfeld or Curb or Dr. House, it's unbelievably funny. Uh, there are some scenes I was like totally laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. There was a scene when Madhavan and his wife have a dinner, and he requests in the bathroom, he requests Chetan Bhagat that, "Why don't you say something nice about me in front of my wife?" So when he comes to say something complimentary to me in front of his wife, he just insults Chetan Bhagat in front of his wife. This is probably the funniest thing I've Chetan Bhagat is not an actor, so his imperfection, like, there's some flaws in his acting, but it makes it even funnier. The whole the facial expression or his body language, it was so funny. There's they have like 8 episodes and 30 minutes in average, so it was like a journey. I never felt like like a stretch, or I'm pushing myself to watch even more, or it's too much, or there it's like I can't watch it anymore. um, this is brilliant. Armadabon is brilliant. I've been watching his work for a long time, more than 20 years. Shruti Chawla, she was brilliant. She was very good. um, the director has perfected the art of triggering everyone from all political ideologies, all religions, all castes, all genders, and this is not an easy thing to do. I just watched. I was just checking tweets on Twitter, and I just saw a lot of people got triggered. A lot of for the for the right reason, because this is probably one of the this is probably the biggest, what do you call, the cringe comedy in Indian, for the Indian audience. In the West, people are kind of used to it, like in the Europe, in Spanish movies or in Spanish language, or even in the U.S. You have like Curve or Seinfeld, or sometimes Dr. House. I remember there was a dialogue from Dr. House. He was trying to break into a patient's house, so he took the African American doctor with him. So the doctor was trying to break the house, but he could not. The black doctor. So Dr. House said, "You're a disgrace for your racial stereotype." So this kind of comedy, I like this kind of comedy. So I understand a lot of people got offended because Decoupled, a lot of things were offensive, or it pushes your boundaries. So I understand it, but this is a step to a right direction for Indian audience, because unless you make fun of yourself, or you get used to it, make fun of yourself, every religion, every political ideologies, or genders, or castes, or your skin color, unless you get used to it, get used to it being made fun of yourself, I don't think comedy can survive. And Decoupled was very good. This is a proper step toward the right direction. In terms of the story, I think it's in the plain sight. It's story about a couple, but I think the director wanted to. Director perspective was a little bit different from the things we were watching on the screen. I think the director wanted to say that even though we were watching the story of a couple, the story the director perspective was we were decoupling from the people we are. Actually, we are, and we pretend to be in front of people. So there's a lot of times Madhavan's character say a lot of offensive stuff. This is how we react in real life, and when we react in front of people or we behave in front of people, we try to be civilized or pretend to be civilized or classy. So in the plain sight, it's a story about a couple, but I think the director wanted to say that we our reality or our societal reality is two different things. The way we behave in our life or way we behave when somebody in front of us or in a party or in a social gathering is totally different. So this is the decoupled the director wanted to say, in my opinion. There's a lot of offensive political stuff, offensive religious stuff. I'm a Muslim myself, and me and my brother were watching, and the prayer room, the scene, or the hijacking scene on the plane was it's really funny. It's like it was really good. Even there's an art show was going on, and the driver went and slapped Dr. Basu. And Madhavan was laughing. There's a lot of moments in the TV shows that's gonna make you rolling on the floor laughing. So this is one of the brilliant things I've watched on Netflix. So I forgive Netflix for making a lot of terrible shows in 2021 because they released Decoupled. So please guys, watch it. This is one of the funniest things, and you have to watch it with a little open mind, or it's I know it's one of a kind in Indian or South Asian perspective, but this kind of comedy has been happening around the world for a long time. So you have to have an open mind and give it some time, give it some thought, give it some room. All right, thank you.